Okay, so we're now recording. So, hi everyone, this is Rob Saul, and today I'm really excited to talk with a fellow SFM member and also DEA Black member, Janice Symonds. So, hi Janice, it's nice to see you. It's the first time that we're speaking, so it's really good to meet you.
Yeah, good to meet you.
Yeah, very nice. So, let's get into this. So, I mean, I guess the first thing to ask is really kind of who is Janice Symonds? You know, kind of what is your backstory and how did you get to starting with the SFM?
SFM? Okay. I'll do the short version.
That's fine.
It can get pretty long. So basically, I was in corporate. I was a telecommunications analyst, and in 2013, I was let go after 15 years. But I wasn't the only one. It was a huge downsizing. There was 65 of us on this one day that got let go. It was a huge blessing. I'd been there for 15 years. I got a huge severance package. I got 18 months. I didn't have to worry. No, it was a huge blessing. But then you're like, okay, what do you do? And then the same year I got cancer.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So there's a wake-up call for you.
Mm-hmm.
As well as going through a really nasty divorce. So that was a good year. Really enjoyed that year. Anyway, it was a wake-up call. In 2014, I was doing the cancer treatment and everything like that, and I actually got a call from somebody and saying, hey, you got a job yet? And I said, no, I don't have a job. I'm not working because I'm dealing with cancer. And they said, well, would you come work for us after you finished? And I went, sure. Mm-hmm. So anyhow, they were really great. I worked there for 2 years as a contractor, helping them create they wanted to put in a new contact center. So I was able to help being a consultant for that because my telecommunications background. So I did that for 2 years. And then in April 2016, that contract was ending and I had to come to a decision about what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. Did I want to go back to corporate? I was never really happy there because of management decisions and stuff like that. But what did that look like? And I just happened to be sitting asking these questions one day, and I forget what I was even looking for on YouTube when Amy Taylor showed up one day, and I watched her sitting with very poor lighting, sitting in the middle of her living room, of her apartment, and she was a 6-minute video, and I watched it all the way through and I signed up. Mm-hmm. But I didn't do anything with it. And I don't know if you want me to continue or if you want to ask any more questions, but
no, keep going. You're
okay.
Keep going.
So I signed up. But I also wanted to start my own quilting business. So I did that. I got myself a craft business coach, so I didn't go elite because I put the money that I would have gone elite with this other coach, which actually I found out now that probably wasn't the best idea. I probably could have gotten as much or more by just going elite with SFM. So that's something for anybody listening to this. Like, think about what you've got and what you're going, and because SFM has so many different mentors in so many different ways, that you probably are, even though you think, like I thought, well, maybe putting that $2,500 over there would be better, but actually now in hindsight, it would have been just as well to put it with SFM because I could have done both and saved myself a lot of money and time. So I did that, but I got as far as module 4 with SFM and I just got stuck. I didn't quit. I kept paying my $100. And I knew something inside me said that, you know, this will help you, but I just couldn't get past whatever it was that kept stopping me. And I got 2 part-time jobs to help with money coming in. So I was just working at a fabric store and working at a security place, just to tide me over. But then I got complacent. Never get complacent. And I got vertigo. I don't know, have you ever had vertigo?
No, I haven't, no.
So vertigo is when your inner ear, and I went to the doctor, they couldn't find anything. They thought maybe I was having a stroke. I went to the hospital, they've done tests, nothing at all. And I'm thinking, okay, well, if there's nothing physically wrong with me, there must be something mentally wrong with me.
Stress?
Stress, I was out of balance. I was literally out of balance, but I was out of balance in more ways than one. I just wasn't living my own purpose. I wasn't being authentic to me. I was trying to be doing things that I wasn't really in line with. Mm-hmm. So that got me thinking, and I reached out and I'd never reached out to the SFM community, and I'd actually reached out saying, hey, I'm not sure whether I need to go forward or backwards. I'm not sure. Maybe I should just quit. And I didn't. So I just sort of sent that message in, and the next thing I know, Jill and Frank reached out to me. And so I had a meeting with them, and they're like, oh, so how can we help you? What, you're not going to hard sell me? No. How can you help me? And so we talked for a half an hour or something like that, or maybe it was an hour, I can't even remember now. And then they said, okay, well, we'll meet again next week. Really? Okay. So next week. So how are you?
You didn't sign up for these guys, right? You signed up through Amy.
Yeah.
But they're not looking for anything from you.
No.
Just to help. Yeah.
And they never even mentioned it. That was just simply, we're here to listen to you. How can we help you? Mm. And it was just kind of like this, really? So since I figured that since they're there, they're giving me the time, I should give them some time. So maybe I better finish module 5. So that's the way I thought. So, okay, so I got through module 5, and then I kept meeting with them for about 4 weeks or 5 weeks or something. And then I thought, okay, well, since I've gone this far, maybe I should just go Elite Plus. So I did that. Then I thought, okay, well, maybe there's something to this. Obviously, they're here to help. And so maybe there's really something here. So I went Gold. And then one day I was looking in the bathroom mirror, you know how you do when you're doing your teeth or whatever, and I'm thinking, okay, Janice, you're still playing small. You're still trying to play safe. Mm-hmm. So I came into the kitchen and I said to my husband, I said, okay, we're going black. And he just looked at me. He went, what? I said, yeah. So that's kind of how that came up. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I see quite a lot of similarities really with me as well, because so I was in corporate. 2000, what did you say? 2013, 2012 for me. You got cancer. I didn't get cancer, but my wife got cancer. You got divorced. I didn't get divorced, but my wife died. So, you know, a lot of things were going on for me as well. The only difference with me was that, you know, you found the SFM at that point. Around that time, I just went back into doing more work in the corporate sector and making myself more and more ill. And whereas you got vertigo, I ended up with an alcohol problem. So, you know, and it's about 18 months or coming up for 18 months since I've, you know, been in recovery. So yeah, I've had my issues as well, but finding that SFM has just been the most amazing thing for me, and it's really setting me kind of on the right path. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, what were so, you know, you've obviously taken quite a bit of time to sort of go through things, and it sounds like there's a lot of procrastination and things like that, but maybe, and I'm guessing a lot of limiting beliefs that you're you have of yourself. Do you want to talk about maybe some of those and maybe how you overcome some of them?
Yeah, a lot of limiting beliefs.
Mm-hmm.
Can I do this? Am I good enough to do this? I'd already got past the money limiting belief ages, like, because I made quite a bit of money in the corporate world, and I have a lot of money saved. My dad was really good about, you know, invest, invest, invest. Thank you, Dad, because I'm okay, and I have always been okay. Well, there was a time when I wasn't, but that's neither here nor there. So that part, what I found I needed to get over was the fear of spending it. I had the money, but if I invested, like if I'd gone Elite Plus, if I'd gone Gold, this was like when I first joined SFM, well, okay, but then I'm taking $10,000 out of my retirement fund. I don't have a job right now. What if I never get another job? What if I don't?
Yeah.
You know, what if this doesn't work? What if, you know, what if
Yeah.
I can't do this? And that stopped me hugely, and which is what ended up me getting into all these stupid little part-time jobs because I didn't want to go back corporate. And so I ended up taking these petty part-time jobs that paid nothing when I'm capable of doing, like, I've put in, this is what always kills me, like I've actually helped project manage and implement $1.5 million projects. Like, hello, wake up. Yeah. So it was trying to get my head around, hey, you know, if you can do that, why can't you do this? The only difference is you were working for somebody else and now you're working for you.
Yeah. Playing small, isn't it? And
playing small, exactly.
Taking on those part-time jobs, it's about, you know, at least you've got some security, you've got some money coming in, but you know, you really know in the back of your mind there's so much more that you can do.
There's so much more, and then you start getting treated like shit. Excuse me.
Okay. But yeah, so I mean, how did you find? So you know, you've obviously worked, and I think maybe you want to talk a bit more about you've had a bit of your own business, your quilting business as well. I know that, but how did you find doing things with SFM and juggling work at the same time? Is that difficult, challenging?
Well, I was trying to do my quilting, trying to do SFM, and trying to juggle 2 part-time jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where the vertigo came in. It's like
just doing too much.
Yeah, basically. But then, okay, it didn't end there, because last December, my husband, he works in the logging industry here, because I live in Victoria, British Columbia, Canada. So there's a lot of logging, and he works in the logging industry, and there was not a lot of work this year. So he was laid off for most of the year, and then come December, we, like in Canada, you have unemployment insurance. So if you don't get enough, you get your hours, but if you get laid off, you still have a job, but you did just no work. You can claim unemployment to cover that, and especially at his age, because he's 60, they don't expect you to go out and get another job, but you only have so many weeks of that. So in last December, his unemployment insurance is running out, and I got fearful again. Oh my God, okay, now you don't have any money. Forgetting that, I mean, I have money. Yeah. I have our retirement money. I put it aside. I have money, but I didn't want to take it out again. And with one of the part-time jobs I was doing, they offered me a full-time position because somebody was leaving. And I went and said yes. Somebody just shoot me. But the good thing about that is I started getting so frustrated, because I had gone black by that time, and I was trying to do my website, and I was getting so frustrated because by the time I got home, I was just, and here's my husband home. And so I'm trying to do like my this, like, because he hadn't joined SFM at that point. And so finally one day I had a meltdown. I had a complete meltdown. And he just looked at me and said, I'll do your website. Oh, okay. Thank you. And so he started.
Quite good with the technical side of things, your husband.
Oh yeah, well, we both are. Like, I used to be IT, right? So
Yeah.
he is too. He's a music producer and an artist, but he also does that through computers. So he's very computer savvy. So doing a website was really nothing for him. But then as he was doing it and he had to learn more about SFM and everything like that, so just before Christmas, he comes to me and he goes, maybe we should do this together. Really? That's kind of cool. I like that. So that's when he kind of joined in. And then in January, I wanted to quit the full-time job, but I was the only one, it's a long story, but I was the only one left who had any training, and the supervisor wanted to go on vacation. So I stayed so that she could go on vacation, and that was brutal. But anyhow, come April, I knew I was quitting, so that was and so that's that story. And I haven't really worked since April. I've done SFM full time, other than trying to help out somebody here and there, and some quilting clients.
Yeah, I've been doing this since February now, full time as well. So it's really, there's a real sense of freedom with it. So yeah, how are you enjoying it now you've finished work and you're doing this full time? You enjoying it?
I am enjoying it, but I had to get past. To me, work was task orientated. So I had to really get past that. So that was a breakthrough I had about 6 weeks ago, when I have a friend who's also training to be a life coach. And so I'm her guinea pig.
Okay.
But it works really well. And so I was having a real problem. And so she sat down and we sort of went over it step by step by step. And it suddenly was like, oh, is that why I'm having so much trouble doing some of these? Because I'm thinking work, go in, sit down, do the task. You know, this has got to be done by 10. This has a deadline. I mean, yes, you do your own, but you're doing your own deadline. Somebody's not putting them on you, so you have to do it yourself. So, and you're not necessarily getting paid for it. I mean, eventually it will come.
Sure, but you don't get paid by the hour as well. Yeah,
that's right, exactly. So it's kind of like, oh well, I'm not getting paid, so I can go do something else. No.
But yeah, it's a different mindset, that, isn't it? I think. I think the key for me is just to be consistent and make sure that you keep doing something every day. Set yourself some goals. You're not always going to reach them, but as long as you have that consistent action, I think you're in the right direction.
Kevin's way better at that than I am. It's true.
But do you have any sort of visions for what you want to do with business, Dan? I mean, obviously you're doing the SFM affiliate business, which I'm doing full time at the moment, but I'm looking myself to develop a life coaching business as well. Do you have any plans to do anything yourself and your husband?
I don't know. My husband, Kevin, like I said, he's a music producer and he's a fabulous artist. That's his painting back there.
Right. Wow.
Yeah. So one of the things that he's always had trouble with is marketing his work. Right. I mean, he's so talented. So that's one of the, so yeah, it would be nice to be able to help others start their own lives, if they're musicians, if they're artists, if they're quilters, whatever they happen to be, help them do the same breakthroughs that I've been through, that you've done, that Kevin's going through. Like, I mean, and it is so, the breakthroughs are just, they come almost like weekly.
Yes. Yeah, they do. And there's so many of them, aren't there? You know, peeling away those layers of years and years of sort of trained belief. It's incredible. I'm facing a few roadblocks at the moment myself, but I'm able to kind of reach out to people in the community who I know who can help me. And I'm going to do that. So my next question for you is, just to let people out there know, who might not, who maybe just think that SFM is just an online marketing education, which of course it is, but it is so much more than that, isn't it? And the power of community.
It's the power of community, because when I was...
Yeah, I was wondering, what your thoughts were on the community at SFM and that part.
Well, when I first started in the SFM, was part of the problem was I did not reach out. I didn't believe enough in myself to reach out. And I didn't engage. And the beauty of SFM is that you're in business for yourself, but you're not by yourself.
Yes.
And it doesn't matter whether you go black, gold, elite plus, even essential. There is people there and around. All you have to do is ask, and somebody will gladly give you some advice, be there for you, take the time to talk to you, whatever, because they just want you to succeed the way they're succeeding.
It's kind of everyone's in the boat together, aren't they? People who are further up than you, and there are people who are not as experienced as you, and you can help to pull people up, and then there are people that can help to pull you up, and that's kind of how it works, doesn't it? There's just a whole bunch of people all pulling each other up to to have a successful online business. That's, I think, what I found it. Yeah. Well,
I also want to, if anyone's watching this, that if they think they have to go black, I mean, I chose to go black because I chose that I didn't want to play small anymore, period. And I had the money to do it. Not everybody. I have a really good friend in SFM who has gone silver because that's all she could afford. And she's doing really well. It doesn't matter where you are. You don't have to go black to become successful. And I think some people think, oh, that's where I have to be. And that's not true. You're still going to get the support. You're still going to get the education, and you can still take that and get a job as a marketer. I know somebody else, another woman who, with all the training that she needed a job. So she got employed as a marketer, and she would never have been able to do that a year ago because she didn't have any training.
No, absolutely. I mean, all the different levels, there are different things that you can do at the different levels, aren't there? For me, I just wanted to go in all in at black because I really just completely and utterly wanted to change my life. And this is what I want to do completely and utterly full time. I don't want to go back to that corporate lifestyle. I have had enough of it. 20 years ago. Nearly killed me. It really did. It just.
Oh, and the decision making.
Nearly under the ground. It really did. Yeah.
I mean, have you ever read Stephen Covey's work, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People?
No, I haven't.
Definitely recommend it.
I've heard of it, and we'll read that one, yeah.
If you read that and try to be in corporate and see some of the horrendous decisions, and you're looking at them going, you can't be serious. It's not going to work. The amount of money that I saw wasted from bad decisions and not enough, not the right questions being asked, not enough, I was in information technology, not enough management, not going to the system experts, because management can't know everything. So you have system experts I was a telecommunications person, you have your network person. That's what we have, continuous education. Like, as a telecommunications person, you were constantly having to learn new things because technology changed constantly. So as a manager, when you're managing all of those different sections, you're not going to know all that. That's why you have those system experts. And then they would just make these decisions, and then you would get it handed on your desk saying, well, make it work. And you're looking at them, you're kidding, right? We don't even have the technology in place right now to make that work. You're going to have to pay another $300,000 to make that work.
It's a crazy world, isn't it, out there? I'm really, really glad that I'm never going back there.
Yeah.
So I think we've done about 30 minutes here, Janice. I think one of the good questions that I like to ask, I think, and might be apt at the moment is, so, you know, you've been with SFM, what is it, just over 2 years or something now, 2 years and a few months. What sort of advice would you give someone coming into SFM, or how would you do it differently?
How would I do it differently?
Yeah, it's kind of the same question, isn't it, I guess?
Well, not really, because we're all different. So sometimes I think, well, God, I've done it. I've been here for 2 years and really I haven't made any money. So then I think, well, that could be a failure. But it's not, because I am not the same person I was 2 years ago. Not even close. 2 years ago, I couldn't have been sitting here talking to you like this.
Yeah, me neither. Me neither.
So have I wasted money? No, because I've invested in me. Am I going to get there and make money? Yes. Because as Dan Holloway says, the only time you're not going to do it is if you actually quit.
Yes, absolutely.
And I'm not planning on quitting, because what am I going to quit? I'm going to go back and get another cancer again? No, thank you. Been there, done that.
Okay, so your message probably then is don't quit.
The answer to that is don't quit. And
don't give up, because it's challenging, isn't it, at times?
Yeah, you can't judge anybody else by their you know, some people say, well, look at Dan Holloway, he's done this, and oh, what a fabulous guy. I mean, seriously. But he also had the mindset, or some of the mindset. He still had fears, but he was way further ahead in mindset and belief in himself than I was. I had a longer way to go up the ladder.
Yeah.
So, you know, for somebody coming in, who knows where they are? They could come in and already have a really strong belief in themselves and a strong belief in their skill set and a strong belief of where they want to be. They could kill it in a year.
Yeah.
And there could be others like me who literally just, it's a journey, and you just keep putting one foot in front of the other and just keep going through those roadblocks and just keep smashing it. But without the community, I can honestly say that would be I don't know if I could do it without the community. I don't know if I could. I have made so many wonderful friends and support systems, and especially I don't think you need to go black, but going to the platinum retreat, going to the black retreat, meeting people and actually talking to them, and knowing that they're real people and that they're all they've either made it or they are going to make it.
Yeah, they're on that journey. Yeah.
And so that's helped me a lot. Now, other people may already have that mindset, so they may not even have to do that.
That's it, but this is what it's all about, isn't it? Like I said before, it's not just the education. There's all of this training and work around mindset, and everyone's on that journey as well. Everyone's at different stages of their journey. Everyone's there to help. I think for me as well, when I first came into the community, I was a little bit ahead in the mindset way of things, because I've been in drug and alcohol recovery for a while, and so I've been talking openly for over a year, you know, very authentically and about myself. So I've been doing this quite a lot. So I feel quite comfortable talking about, you know, issues about myself, and you know, I'm not too shy on camera and things like that. So that's helped me a lot. But everyone's kind of at that different level, aren't they? Everything's
at a different level. I've had to learn that.
Yeah, and not to compare yourself to other people, of course, as well.
No, because you're at different areas. But if you're willing to keep an open mind, and if you're willing to work on yourself and to do the work, as Stuart said, to do the work. And the work just isn't learning about marketing. The work is delving deep.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, the marketing are the tools, aren't they, to get you in front of people. And as we're all different, and we attract different people, don't we? That's
right.
That's kind of how it works. Yeah, I guess that's SFM in a nutshell, isn't it?
It is.
So yeah, on that note, I think we've done about half an hour, and I have some things to do, Janice. So I'll wrap it up there, if that's all right.
I'm losing my light anyway. I can see it getting darker and darker.
It's been absolutely lovely to talk to you. Really nice meeting you.
Yeah.
yeah, so I'm going on the Platinum retreat next week, so I'm really looking forward to that.
In Toronto?
Yes, yeah.
Oh, you will. It is mind-blowing.
Yeah.
Absolutely mind-blowing. You know, that is one thing. I realize I said that it doesn't matter what level you come in to, but honest to God, the platinum, if you can get platinum, even if you can't go black, if you can get platinum, it's mind-blowing. Absolutely mind-blowing.
It's all about pinpointing your purpose, isn't it?
That's right. And just your values and getting your vision statement and your mission statement and just really delving deep into who you are and what you can give and why you would even want to. And that's just pretty amazing. And honestly, JJ and Alex, couldn't ask for, I could listen to Alex all day, honestly.
Yeah, I've not met him yet, so yeah, I talked to
you're in for a treat. You're absolutely in for a treat.
Great. Good stuff. There's so many amazing people in this community, aren't there?
Yeah.
And Janice. So thanks very much for talking with me today. And
thank you.
I will speak to you soon.
Great. Thank you.
Okay. Bye.